Should I go out on a date with a non-Christian? That is the topic for today. Welcome to Date Right. I'm Marc Kitsko. Thanks for watching my channel, where we give dating advice and tips that lead you closer to marriage so you're not wasting a lot of time in the dating pool or dating the wrong person. If you're new here, click that subscribe button below and the bell, and you'll get weekly support and encouragement for your dating journey. Is it okay for me to date a non-believer? Or is it a sin to go out on a date with someone who's not a Christian? This is a question that comes up a lot in people that I run into that say, nowhere in the Bible does it say it's a sin to go out with a non-believer. So they're okay with going out with someone who doesn't share their faith, and they encourage others to do the same and explore it as well. Let me share a quick story with you to help illustrate how I want to address this. I enjoy adventure. I'm out right now hiking and enjoying the outdoors. And on one of my trips, I found myself traveling through the rugged mountains of Montana. And I stopped at a local cafe where some of the locals were having a discussion, and they were venting about the grizzly bears that were relocated to their area. The government is spreading them around the mountains, and they're already seeing dead carcasses in the field. They were rightfully concerned for their safety and their animals. Afterwards, I checked into a motel in the area, and I decided as the time was ticking, I was a little bit bored, so I decided I'm gonna go out and go for a hike. So what did I do? I grabbed my K-bar and said, I'm gonna go in the hike, and if I run into a grizzly, I'm sure I can outrun the beast, and if not, I've got my K-bar with me to help protect me. If I'm confronted by one, I'll be okay. So off I went into the great unknown. Now the question is, was it wrong for me to go on a hike in an area that has grizzly bears that were recently relocated to the area? Was it a sin to go for a leisure hike? Of course not, but was it wise? As Christians, our choices are not based on, oh, is it a sin or not a sin? Or, well, I can do it if it's not a sin, but it's not okay if it is a sin. The Christian life is more about being wise than being unwise. The Bible doesn't blatantly say, hey, if you go out with a non-believer, it's a sin. The Bible isn't just a bunch of do's and don'ts, but it's an instruction book on how to walk in wisdom so you don't fall prey to temptation. Many will encourage you to walk down a path because it's not a sin, but it doesn't mean that there's not a ditch on the path or quicksand that can swallow you up. So before you decide to say, oh, it's okay to go out with a non-believer, let me ask you this. If I ran into a grizzly bear on the trail, who do you think would have won? Well, your enemy, the devil, prowls around like a roaring lion seeking whom he can devour. Who do you think it will be? The one who walked in wisdom, or the fool who said, oh, it's not a sin to go down this path? Before you agree or disagree to go out with a non-believer, consider that wisdom saves you from yourself. In the book of Proverbs chapter 7, it talks about a young man. He's walking down a road, and it's a road that he shouldn't be going down, but he goes down it anyways. And there's a certain woman that lives there, and she turns to him, and she's all dressed up sexy. She's looking nice, and she has flattering words, and she's just excited to see him. She was a wild and rebellious woman who was not committed to her own husband. She was looking for fun, so she goes out and meets the young man, and she kisses him. And without shame, she looks into his eyes, and she offers herself to him. Now, the young man enjoys the attention. He enjoys her beauty. Oh, I'm sure he said, well, it probably won't hurt me to have a conversation with her. I mean, it's not a sin. Oh, I'm sure that just going down this street, it's not a sin. So what happens is, in this conversation, she lures him in, and they have great conversation. And what happens? It describes the young man as an ox being led to the slaughter. He was like a deer walking into a trap where a hunter waits to shoot an arrow through his heart. The boy was like a bird flying into a net, never seeing the danger he was in. The proverb ends by saying, don't let your heart lead you into an evil situation. Don't go where she wants to lead you. She has brought down some of the most powerful men. She has left many dead bodies in her path. Her house is a place of death. The road to it leads straight to the grave. Wisdom says, don't do it. But the heart wants what the heart wants. So what do you think is the right thing to do? What would you advise a friend to do if they asked you about going out with a non-believer? What would you tell them about going for a hike alone in grizzly country? Fortunately for me, I didn't have a date with the grizzly bear, and guess what? If I did, I would have lost. Leave your comments below, share your thoughts, your wisdom for others. This topic comes up a lot in our Ultimate Relationship Masterclass all the time. It's why I created this 60-day program to help revolutionize your life so you can quickly meet and marry some special person in your life. If you're ready to get out of the dating game and try to find true love, click that link below and let's get started. That's it. Share this video with a friend who may need some encouragement. Don't forget to subscribe. Also, walk the path of wisdom. Until next time, live victoriously.